Haruko has been studying all night and he is tired. He says he can't wait for the semester to end so that he can sleep for a whole day. He gets to class and the urge to sleep sets in, but he manages to resist. He looks around and discovers that all his classmates, including the teacher, have fallen asleep. To make matters worse, the whole school is sleeping. Haruko says it must be because of a phenomenon whereby you tend to sleep if you don't get enough sun. Soon afterward, Haruko visits the cafeteria and he enjoys a fish meal with his friends. Haruko also realizes that everyone is eating fish. Haruko's friends then tell him about a mansion located in the school that is called Cat Mansion. It was a dormitory and the manager liked cats. This made cats from all over come to the mansion. Stray cats also came there to live and find shelter because of its uniqueness. Cat-loving people will also visit the mansion because it was an old building. Parents started pulling their wards from the dormitory and the school closed it down. Later that day, Kurumi comes to tell Haruko that her friend's cat Rudolph is missing. She begs the team to help them find the cat and Haruko accepts. The team makes a missing poster for the cat. They visit a supermarket to talk to the receptionist. While they are there, they get drawn to cat food and they also behave like cats. The following day, Haruko gets to school and sees that most of the students have been catfied. Mana says everything happening might be the work of a phantom. Haruko says the people that use the gym or sleep a lot are the ones that have been catified. Mana says she felt phantom activity in the cat mansion earlier before and strange things have been happening since. She says she also heard cat sounds coming from inside the mansion. Haruko says Rudolph might be inside the mansion. The team breaks into the cat mansion to look for Rudolph. They start searching the mansion but realize that they have been doing so since morning. And now it's evening. They find no traces of Rudolph and they have entered different rooms since they started. Unknown to them, the mansion has been changing the room numbers. Suddenly, a giant cat face shows up on the roof and the team realizes that the whole building is a phantom. Manas uses her power and wants to burn the phantom, but Haruko says she will burn them down with a house. Mai also attacks the phantom, but Haruko stops her and says she will crush them with a house. Shortly afterward, a portal opens and the team enters. They find themselves looking right at the phantom. Kurumi says the phantom is not evil. She gets close and begs the phantom to release Rudolph to them. Kuruma also cries and begs the phantom. The phantom then releases Rudolph to the team. They realize that the phantom missed the days when the mansion was still livelier. The phantom's sadness is what radiates into the surrounding and starts affecting people. The team returns to the mansion and all that have been cat-eye gets cured immediately. The team decides to clean the mansion and make it beautiful again. Jimin is also taught, walks to the school to allow them to use the mansion for anything they want. While in class, Haruko tells his friend Shozu that he is learning a new skill. The teacher starts to feel hot and Ruru barges into the class. She tells them to check out the horror happening in the school's inner yard. They get there to find a hot spring in the middle of the school. A phantom in the shape of a monkey has dug up a hot spring in the school. The whole school is hot because of this. One of the students is excited and jumps into the spring, but the monkey punches him out of the water. Haruko says he can't seal it unless he gets to see his whole body. Reina also says she can't suck the phantom because it has to be a little weak before she can do that. Shortly afterward, Jimenez informs the students that the school activities will be shifted to summer break unless the students find a way to defeat the phantom. The students get motivated by this and decide to evict the monkey. All the students keep trying their powers against the monkey, but it defeats every one of them. Mei shows up and tries to fight the monster, but she isn't enough either. Before letting Mei go, the monkey licks her body. Haruko summons Marcosius, but he couldn't enter the water because dogs don't like to be put inside a bath. Kurumi throws Albrecht into the water to fight the monkey, but Albrecht soon gets soaked with water and also fails. Menace uses her power to launch a fire attack on the monkey, but she only made it worse because the spring got hotter. Mei says she will be able to defeat the monkey if she finds a way to get behind it. Haruko comes up with a plan. He borrows a prop horse from the drama team. Haruko and Mai enter the water wearing horse costume. They almost succeed with the plan, but the monkey detects their trick and throws Haruko out of the water. The monkey licks Mei before throwing her out of the water. Haruko says if there is a way to get the monkey out of the water, he can seal it. One of the students tries to seduce the monkey. It almost worked out, but the monkey discovers the trick once again and goes back into the water. Haruhiko gets the idea that female monkeys have red buttocks when they are in heat. He decides to paint Mei's buttocks in an attempt to lure the monkey out of the water. After Haruhiko is done, Mei shows her backside to the monkey and the monkey falls in love. The plan is going smoothly until Mei slips and the monkey grabs her out of fear that the monkey will lick Mei again. Haruhiko summons a phantom without using his book. The phantom he summoned is an octopus and the octopus chases the monkey out of the water. Haruhiko says he was able to do it because that is the new skill he was learning. Menes uses her power to tie down the monkey. They are about to seal off the monkey when they realize that it is crying. Ruru communicates with the monkey, and she tells them that the monkey needs a wife. They dress Haruhiko in a monkey costume and put makeup on his face. The monkey then takes Haruhiko away as his bride. One of the drama club members, Kinejima Ayumi, comes to seek the assistance of Haruhiko and his team. She asks them to help her out in the upcoming drama competition. She presents her script to the team and Haruhiko accesses it. Haruhiko says he doesn't understand it, but it looks fun. She then announces the cast for the drama. Haruhiko will act as Shinsengumi vice chief. Hijikata Toshizo Rina will act as captain of Kita. Soji Ruru will play the role of Chief Kondo. Azumi Mei will act. Is the Phantom hostage from town? Kurumi will play Sakamoto. Ryoma Mines will act as Okada Iso the assassin. And lastly, Ayumi will play the character of the Bad Phantom. Menace feels reluctant, but Ayumi manages to convince her to help out. Moments later, Mine says she feels the presence of a phantom. Ruru says it might be a theater-loving phantom known as Phantom of the Opera. The team agrees to play along till the phantom finally decides to show itself. Ayumi forces the team to have rehearsal that day before going home. On their way back home, the team complains of exhaustion, but little did they know that their troubles are just starting. Day after day, the training and rehearsal become tedious. Shosik and some other students also help them out. The team visits all the places that are related to their play. The rehearsals went well and the phantom never showed up. Finally, it's the day of the competition. The team gets on stage to begin their play. Suddenly, the whole stage looks different and they realize that a phantom is at work. Ayuma gets on stage as the evil phantom and the team decides to play along. To avoid suspicion from the audience, they attack Ayumi and she falls down. She then confesses to the team that the defeat and frustration of losing the competition for straight 10 years has transformed her into a phantom. She decides to hide among the students and pretend to be a normal drama club member. The audience believes the play is on and they are moved by what they are seeing. Shosik and the backstage workers also add suitable lighting to the scene. Ayumi says she wants to win the competition. The team then comforts her and says they are ready to support her no matter who or what she is. They decide to start their original script. Two nations are fighting each other, but one of the villagers enters to tell them that a phantom is the one causing their problems because it wants to take over their nations. The phantom appears and kidnaps one of the citizens because its plan has been revealed. They chase after her and finally catch up to the monster in town. A great battle ensues between the phantom's minions and the soldiers. In the end, they defeat the phantom and free the hostage. After the conclusion of their play, the audience claps and cheers for the team's wonderful performance. The team is announced as the winner of the competition. With success in the regional competition, Ayumi pressures the team and says they need to win on the national level too. Haruhiko and his friends look frustrated and Min says they should have sealed Yui away. The town is having a festival and there will be fireworks. Ruru dreams of the fireworks and everything she will eat. However, she is sad that she is small and will not be able to consume her favorite drink as much as she wants. She sits down on a public bench and starts to think about what she wants. Suddenly, a phantom witch approaches Ruru and says she can grant her wish. Ruru is reluctant because the witch might want something in return, but the witch assures her that there are no strings attached. Ruru tells the witch that she wants to be human-sized. The witch then tells her the conditions associated with the wish. She says Ruru will not be able to fly again. Secondly, no one must find out that she is Ruru. Once someone finds out, she will return to her usual size. Ruru accepts the deal and the witch puts a necklace around her neck. The witch casts a spell and Ruru becomes bigger and taller, just like normal humans. The witch wishes her good luck and disappears. Ruru has concerns that Menace might be the one to find out about who she is. Ruru arrives in class as a transfer student and she tells the class that her name is Natsuno. The teacher tells her to sit beside Haruko. Shozu tells Haruliko that the new student looks like Ruru, but Haruliko shrugs it off. Ruru still makes mistakes when it comes to mobility because she thinks she can still fly. After class, all the clubs in school want to recruit Ruru, but she fails their tests. Ruru then surprisingly tells Haruko that she wants to join his team. Haruko accepts her even though she has no abilities. He introduces her to the team and Ruru is scared that Mince will discover who she is. When the team asks Ruru some personal questions, Ruru doesn't have a definite answer and she just keeps rambling. The team decides to go out for the festival that evening. The rest of the team questions Haruko about Ruru's whereabouts. He says Ruru is probably angry because he stepped on her that morning. The group says Ruru should have been there with them because she has been dreaming about the fireworks. On the other side of the town, the witch sees a fireworks phantom that needs its wish to be granted. The phantom says it wants to go out with a loud bang and the witch grants its wish. As the group walks around town, Haruko notices that Natsuno's feet are hurting and decides to help her take care of it. While doing so, the phantom fireworks arrive and go on a rampage. The team knows that they can't use their powers because it will cause the fireworks to ignite and hurt people. Ruru spots the necklace around the fireworks and realizes that the witch must have granted its wish. Just then, the fireworks pick up Purovniko and start flying him around. Ruru goes over to the witch and asks her how the fireworks can be stopped. The witch says once the necklace is removed, it will return to its normal size with the fireworks about to go off. Ruru removes the pendant around her neck and reveals to the team that she is Natsuno. She flies over to the fireworks and tries to remove the pendant but fails. She then has a heart-to-heart talk with the fireworks to release Haruko and not harm anyone. The fireworks agree when Ruru says they will fly to the sky together and drop a loud invisible bang. The firework releases Haruliko and Ruru accompanies it to the sky. The fireworks go off and the team starts crying because they think Ruru is dead. Out of nowhere, Ruru appears and Haruiko is very glad that his friend is alive. Ruru and the team watch the fireworks go off together while Ruru fills herself with her favorite drink. Reina and the team are seen in the cafeteria eating and having fun. They see some kids giving their parents trouble and Rina says she misses her childhood days. That night, Haruiko is working on a chip when he sees one of his elementary school diaries. He sees an essay that he wrote and starts to read it. After reading it, Haruiko returns the essay paper and goes to sleep. He wakes up the next morning to realize that he is now smaller. His clothes and shoes are no longer his size and Haruiko now looks like a kid. Haruko quickly dresses up because he is late and runs to school. He gets to class, but no one seems to recognize him. Haruiko is sad and sits outside the school. Kurumi arrives and sees him. She doesn't recognize him too, and when he tells Kurumi his name, she decides to take him to Miss Jimenano. Haruiko doesn't recognize any of his team members either. Jimenano then checks the school records and realizes that the small boy is the Haruko they know. It turns out that Haruiko doesn't recognize anybody from high school. They all wonder how Haruiko got shrunk to kid size. Mina says it might be the work of a phantom. Even though Haruiko is a kid, he acts rude and nerdy. The team says they need to check Haruhiko's apartment for phantom's activity. Haruiko returns to his class and reintroduces himself. All the schoolgirls surround Haruiko because they find him cute. After school, the team arrives at Haruiko's house to check it out. Mana says she does not sense any phantom activity in the building. They think the phantom might only show up during the night. Min suggests that someone stay with Haruiko in case the phantom shows up again. No one is ready to stay with Haruhiko, so Mei tells him to come over to her place. Mei decides to take Haruhiko out to buy things for him. Haruhiko keeps taking things that he needs and things that he doesn't. He doesn't even listen to Mei's instructions. He also leaves Mei to carry the loads by herself. They get to Mei's apartment and Haruhiko scolds her for leaving her apartment scattered and rough. Mei manages to arrange everything and make dinner for Haruhiko. Days go by and Mei is always looking exhausted. She is also broke because Haruhiko keeps buying things. Haruhiko sees her discussing how exhausted she is with Jimenez and Haruhiko feels sad. They get home and Haruhiko starts obeying everything Mei tells him. Mei is surprised by this and the duo goes to sleep. During the night, Haruhiko gets scared. When the thunder starts to crash, May stands up and comforts him. She promised to take him to the park the next day. After she comes back from work, the duo have fun, together before going to sleep. The next day, Haruhiko and Mai visit the park to have fun. The duo enjoys themselves, and Haruko tells Mai that he does not want to leave her place. Moments later, a cat pees on the sand. Suddenly, a salmon phantom arises from the ground and goes on a rampage. Mai tries to fight it, but she falls down because of exhaustion. The salmon phantom pins Mai to the ground and is about to terminate her. Out of fear and desperation, Haruko manages to go back to his older self. He summons his octopus phantom to fight the salmon. The octopus defeats the salmon and Haruhiko quickly helps Mai. Later on, Mai sees the essay Haruko read the night he turned into a kid. She realizes that Haruko wanted a fun childhood that he never had. This sadness is what turned him into a kid because his abilities reacted with his mind, just like what happened to Kurumi. Haruko explains to Ruru that anything humans can imagine can become a phantom, including folktales and fairy tales. Up next, Haruko and his team battle two phantoms and they defeat them with the help of teamwork. The whole school applauds them for a job. Welcome. It is now mid-July and Team E now has the highest grades in phantom hunting. The summer break is also coming, and the team can't wait to go camping. Even Reina has gotten permission from her parents. Min sees Alea Shiki's device with Haruhiko. She says it's a communication device for Alea Shiki, and no one can access their servers without it. Min starts to get more popular among the students. 3 students are walking down an alley when a woman appears and stands in their way. The trio has had reports of a phantom attacking students. They quickly realize that the woman is a phantom and they attack her. However, the phantom defeats them and leaves them to die. The next day, Jimenez informs the students about the attack. She says the phantom is called Enigma and her characteristics are unknown. Every student with abilities that she has attacked has lost their special abilities. The Phantom Control Agency has started an investigation, but Jimenez tells the students to run if they should ever come face-to-face with Enigma. Manis says something is definitely wrong because Alea Shiki and the Control Agency don't have any information on Enigma at the moment. Later that night, the team hears a scream. They run to investigate and see some students fighting Enigma. Enigma steals the girl's abilities right in front of the team. Enigma tries to attack Mai, but the team steps in. Haruhiko manages to seal Enigma inside his sketchpad. Suddenly, Enigma escapes from the sketchpad. Days go by and the summer break arrives, but Enigma hasn't surfaced again. Soon afterward, Haruhiko is working on its ship when he gets a call from his mother to meet her in the park. Haruhiko gets to the park and his mother soon shows up. She apologizes for leaving Haruhiko when he was still younger. She says she wanted to contact Haruhiko sooner, but she was scared because she believes that Haruhiko won't forgive her. Having a brief discussion with Haruhiko, she stands up to leave. Haruhiko misses his mother and he runs over to stop her. The duo reconciles and Haruhiko's mother starts to live with him. Dad goes by and Haruhiko is enjoying her mother's presence. Rue challenges him and says her mother might be phantom because she just came in and settled instantly. Haruhiko debunks the idea and says she knows about his childhood. He says only her mother can know something about his childhood. A week later, the team starts to wonder where Haruhiko is. Rue tells them that he is having the best time of his life with his mother. Manis feels a strange aura around Haruhiko's mother, but she isn't sure what it is. They decided to inform Miss Jimenez and hear what she has to say. The team goes to Haruhiko's house for a get-together. Haruhiko's mother entertains them and serves them delicious meals. While they are eating, Mai receives a call from Jimenez. She informs Meg that Haruhiko's mother has been missing for a week. She was reported missing by her husband. Mai immediately realizes that Enigma can also take over people's minds. She turns back and sees Haruhiko's mother looking at her. Enigma attacks Mag, but the team shows up in time. Enigma tells Haruhiko that he has very wonderful abilities but doesn't know how to use them. She holds Haruhiko and steals his abilities. Enigma then separates herself from the body of Haruhiko's mother. Enigma has gotten what she wants and she vanishes. Haruhiko and his mother are both lying unconscious on the floor. While the team is trying to figure out what to do, they discover that Ruru has also lost consciousness. Haruhiko has regained consciousness and is now doing fine, but his mother has not. Jimena says she won't wake up until Enigma is sealed. Haruhiko is on his way out of the hospital when he is stopped by a man. The man introduces himself as Haruhiko's current husband. The duo sits down to talk about Haruhiko's mother. The man says Haruhiko's mother has wanted to see him for a long time now, but guilt has held her back. After they are done, they go to Haruhiko's apartment. They discover that Ruru has regained consciousness too and has been waiting for them. Meanwhile, Minace is trying to track down Enigma, but she's unsuccessful. While the team is having tea at Haruhiko's house, Mines arrives. She asks to see Alea Shiki's communication device with Haruhiko. She says Alea Shiki is hiding something. Haruhiko says he hasn't fixed it, and Rana tells them that Albrecht can do it. Albrecht can also hack the servers and access everything they are hiding. Albrecht fixes the devices and uses them to hack into Alea Shiki's server. They find a file about Enigma. Enigma is an enhanced phantom, and Alea Shiki has been using student information data to carry out research on how to artificially enhance phantoms. They have been grafting human DNA into captured phantoms, among other procedures. Alea Shiki is doing this to create phantoms that will be used as soldiers. How? However, Enigma ended up with power above their expectations, and now she looks down on humans and is even trying to take down Alea Shiki. Alea Shiki also did not inform the government or anyone that they are responsible for Enigma. They also have information about Ruru and Haruhiko. Menes is about to read the file when a call comes in to inform the team that Enigma has attacked the Alea Shiki facility where Haruhiko's mother is receiving treatment. Enigma is taking out everything Alea Shiki throws at her. The team arrives at the facility, and Jimenez informs them that Enigma is after the phantom data stored in the research facility and hospital. Since she has Haruhiko's ability to summon phantoms, she can control phantoms, and she also wants to dominate humanity. The team faces off with Enigma and puts in their best, but she is just stronger. She beats the team to a pulp and is about to take their abilities too. J-Meno then tells Haruhiko that Ru was born to him. Ru is part of Haruhiko, and they have a synchronized growth. She says Haruhiko can regain his abilities the same way Enigma takes other people's abilities. Ru then pecks Haruhiko on the lips, and Haruhiko gets his abilities back. He summons two powerful phantoms, and Enigma does the same. However, Haruhiko is able to make the phantoms grow bigger and stronger, and he manages to defeat Enigma. Enigma concedes defeat, and Haruhiko uses his ability to put Enigma in a crystallized state. Mae finishes the jaw and says they need to let phantoms know that humans are not their enemies. Everyone that Enigma has stolen their abilities got them back, and Haruhiko visits his mother in the hospital. They share a heartfelt moment together, and they both cry. Alea Shiki receives scrutiny for their part in what happened, and it is revealed that Ruru is like Haruhiko's twin. The team continues to accept phantom hunting jobs and is happier than before.